I'd like to call a meeting to order. Can I have a roll call, please?
Belsley.
Here.
Blunier.
Here.
Dobb. Hare.
Here.
Herman. Here. Kaufman. Here. You have a quorum.
Good. Pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. No workman's comp today. We have no public hearings, no presentations, no special reports. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to make a statement? Is there anyone in the audience that would like to pull anything from the consent agenda, which includes the minutes from the January 4th meeting and bills? Would any of the trustees like to pull anything from the consent agenda? If not, could I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Sam here with second. Any discussion? Would you call it, please?
Belsley.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
I have nothing to offer tonight. Village clerk,
Nothing, Your Honor.
village administrator,
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
chief of police,
I too have nothing tonight, Your Honor.
corporate counsel,
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
director of public works.
Two items tonight, Your Honor. First is item A in your packets is resolution number 22-15. This is a resolution amending the waste collection agreement with Area Disposal Service Incorporated. Just to briefly summarize, the mayor and I have been meeting with Area Disposal, or Grimm Brothers Trucking, and one issue that we've been discussing is, preparation for, potential emergencies. And what this amendment is, just a one-page, just discusses the need if it arises for temporary use and kind of being on their priority list to be able to use those facilities or equipment. So pretty simple amendment, and we'll continue to work with them to kind of fine-tune that. Hopefully we don't need to use that, but we want to be prepared if we do.
Yeah, this is one of the little problems they had at Washington, and we just wanted to be sure we had the contracts in place for extra debris cleanup help. Any questions? Could I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Second by Sam. Any discussion? Call the question, please.
Blunier.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Next in your packets is the Public Works recap for the month of December. And that's all I have tonight, Your Honor.
That it?
Yeah, that's it.
Anyone have any questions about the recap? There being none, I will call on the planning and zoning officer.
Two items tonight, Your Honor, both informational. The first one is that 5-year recap of building permits. It has a breakdown of from single-family homes to all the miscellaneous permits, which would be like fences and that type of thing. It's kind of a nice summary, and it gives you a comparison to where we are in past years. The second item would be all of the changes. It's headed 2015 zoning map revisions. All of these would have been things that would have been approved by you, some recommendations through the Plan Commission for properties that were rezoned, special uses, annexations, plat approvals, and that type of thing. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Any questions?
Just a comment or two, Your Honor, is I'd like to just draw your attention, I guess, to the page is titled the annual recap, the 5-year comparison, and that shows 2015 numbers there. And just something to, I guess, draw to the board's attention, found it interesting, but when you look at the total evaluation for the past year is a little over 27 million, 27.2 million. And it's a good summary, and of course it allows us to look back and try to compare ourselves, to past years and the level of activity that there is. And even as it is right now at 27.2 million as a reference point over the past 10 years, that's the third highest total of the amount of activity that we've had with building permits issued. So all in all, that was a good year. But then even on top of that is when you take into account how we assess what requires a building permit. Right now, our ordinances don't require permits for interior renovation or improvements. And what's unique about that is the project that's underway right now, the renovation and improvements for the former Morton Apostolic Christian Westmore Nursing Home on East Jefferson, which is now to become Morton Senior Residence Project, a retirement home, that the nature of those improvements didn't require a permit or the assessment of the permit to this comparable to the size of the improvements that are underway. Right now, it's approximately $10 million worth of improvements that will be put on that facility when it's done and when it opens up later this year. The only permit that was taken out, or one of the permits, I guess, was for a smaller portion that was a building addition on that site that was in the neighborhood of $30,000 for improvements for that. So the permit cost itself was very minimal, and my point being is that really, if you take that into account, and if in fact you were to include that $10 million evaluation in our total for 2015, it actually would be our best year for the past 10 years in terms of sizable improvements for the village. So it's just something, again, as we look back on this and compare ourselves to the past, it was sort of something interesting to note. The other thing I wanted to mention, Roger didn't expect this or know this, but when you look at the number of permits that are issued, 246, that's just building permits, but it's really not fair review of the amount of activity that goes into that, because a portion of those permits go for multifamily, mixed use, commercial, industrial, and those require other permits along with it. That requires staff time, administration. Our Public Works Department weighs in on that. Our police and fire emergency responses for the site plan review and the inspections of those buildings, water tap, gas taps, curb cuts, occupancy inspections, and then on top of that, I think that's not even listed here, is Roger, enterprise zone permits. There's a number of those, many of those, that are issued throughout the year where it allows property owners to come in and take out that permit that allows them to take advantage of sales tax abatement for the materials purchased on those projects. And my point in saying all this is a nice summary of the amount of activity that goes on, but it in no way reflects the amount of effort that it takes to carry that out. And Roger has been doing this for many years, but it's also done in a collaborative effort, a team effort along with the Public Works Department and our police and fire. So there's a lot of people that contribute to making sure that things are done right and safe for our community and for our citizens. And I just wanted to acknowledge that tonight. Thank you for your efforts.
Any other comments? You have anything else, Raj?
Nothing more, Your Honor.
Village trustees, Trustee Belsley, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Nothing this evening.
Trustee Blunier,
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Trustee Hare,
Nothing tonight.
Trustee Herman,
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Trustee Kaufman.
Just one item in your packet. You have a 2-year agreement or proposal from R&R Services to continue our spring and fall yard waste programs. They currently have our contract up and did this year's, a very successful year, and they're willing to do it for the next 2 years at the same price as they've done it in 2015. So the spring cost is $10,900 approximately, and the fall is $29,300 approximately, for a total contract for both 2016 and 2017 of $40,157.72. I'd make that a motion.
Second.
Could I have a second?
Second.
Second.
And I'd like to remind everybody that we have a $23,000 grant we get every year. So we're still, the citizens need to know that the tax-paying body is still paying $17,000 of that $40,000. But it's been very well reserved, something we've done for 19 years, so I would like to see it continue for 2 more.
Great. Any questions? Call it, please.
Hare.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
Unless anyone has anything else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I think Sam beat him. Cochran, second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed?